Hello, my dear students. Today I have come with a very beautiful poem, Macavity the Mystery Cat. The name of the poet is T.S. Eliot. So, before entering into the poem, let's have a brief introduction of the poet T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot or Thomas Stearns Eliot was an American English poet. He was not only a poet, he was also a famous literary critic, an essayist, and an author. He was born in the year 1888 and died in the year 1965. He has written a number of noteworthy work. He is famous for his he has written a number of noteworthy work, and he has won Nobel Prize for Literature in the year 1948. Now, from the title of the poem, Macavity the Mystery Cat, we can understand that this poem is about a cat whose name is Macavity. So, this poem is about a cat, and that cat is mysterious. Now, why is that cat mysterious? That we are going to know while reading the poem. And the name of the cat is Macavity. So, let's begin. Macavity is a mystery cat. He is called the Hidden Paw, for he is the master criminal who can defy the law. He is the bafflement of Scotland Yard, the flying squad's despair, for when they reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. So, who is Macavity? Macavity is a mystery cat. Now, why is he called the Hidden Paw? Hidden Paw means who is associated with crime, who is associated with criminal activities, mischievous activities, and crime. That's why he is called the Hidden Paw, because he always hides because of his criminal activities. For he is the master criminal. As I told you that Hidden Paw, why he is called Hidden Paw? Because he is associated with crime. He is a master criminal who can defy law. Defy means one who disobeys or one who challenges the law. He is the bafflement of Scotland Yard. What is the meaning of bafflement? Bafflement means the reason or cause to be perplexed. Okay, the reason of confusion. So he was one of the reasons of confusion or bafflement of Scotland Yard, and despair. Despair means helplessness of the flying squad. So Scotland Yard or the flying squad, these are the English detective agencies. These are the detective agencies or police agencies of England. So Macavity is the bafflement. Bafflement means reason of confusion and perplex of Scotland Yard and the flying squad's despair. Why he is the reason of bafflement or despair? Because for when they reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. In spite of knowing the fact that Macavity is the criminal, he is the master criminal who is behind the crime, when the Scotland Yard or the flying squad they reach in the crime spot to catch Macavity, they don't find Macavity there because Macavity is not there. Now moving into the second stanza. Macavity, Macavity, there is no one like Macavity. He has broken every human law. He breaks the law of gravity. His powers of levitation would make a fakir stare, and when you reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. You may seek him in the basement, you may look up in the air, but I tell you once and once again, Macavity is not there. So, in the second stanza also it is written that no one is like Macavity. That means Macavity is only one such cat, such mysterious cat. He has broken every human law. He breaks the law of gravity. Now even he has broken the law of gravity. We all are aware of the law of gravitation given by the great scientist Newton. Due to the law of gravitation, we all know that the apple always falls downwards. It doesn't go upward, but it goes downward due to the law of gravitation. When we throw a stone, it just come back towards the earth just because of the law of gravitation. So here it is saying that the poet is saying that he breaks the law of gravity, his powers of levitation. Levitation means having the power of lifting oneself upward direction, going against the law of gravity, law of gravitation. When one can lift himself or herself upward direction, that is called levitation. The power of rising himself, rising oneself, the power of lifting oneself towards upward direction. And that power would make a fakir stare, because it is a very uncommon or strange power or capability. That's why a fakir would stare at such power of Macavity. And when you reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. You may seek him in the basement, you may look up in the air, but I tell you once and once again, Macavity is not there. So you may seek means find. You may find him in the basement, you may look up in the air, but I tell you, the poet is saying repeatedly that Macavity is not there. There means in the crime spot. Now Macavity is a ginger cat. He is very tall and thin. You would know him if you saw him, for his eyes are sunken in. His brow is deeply lined with thought, his head is highly domed, his coat is dusty from neglect, his whiskers are uncombed. He sways his head from side to side with movements like a snake. And when you think he is half asleep, he is always wide awake. So Macavity is a ginger cat. What is the meaning of a ginger cat? Now this stanza is actually giving the physical description or physical appearance of Macavity. How the cat looks like, how the cat Macavity appears. Okay, Macavity is a ginger cat. What is the meaning of a ginger cat? A ginger cat means the fur coat of a cat, which is generally of brown or orange color. That is called ginger cat. Okay, and another meaning is that maybe the cat is of some another breed. Okay, of some another breed cat is also called ginger cat. And normally or generally, the fur coat of the cat, which is in brown or orange color, that is called ginger cat. He is very tall and thin. You would know him if you saw him, for his eyes are sunken in. You can very easily recognize the cat because his eyes are always sunken in. His brow is deeply lined with thought, his head is highly domed. His brows is deeply lined with thought. That means he is always engaged in some thoughts, and his head is highly domed. So, his head is highly domed means domed means of round shape. So his brow is deeply lined with thought because his mind is always engaged in some mischievous planning. Okay, and his head is highly domed. Domed means of round shape. His coat is dusty from neglect. His whiskers are uncombed. Coat means the furry body is dusty from neglect, and his whiskers means the hair above the mouth, mustache like parts of the cat. Okay, the hair above the mouth, they are called whiskers, and that are also uncombed. Now this line symbolizes that Macavity doesn't have time to take care of himself. He doesn't have time to take care of his coat or to take care of his whiskers. That's why the coat is dusty from neglect and the whiskers are uncombed, because he is always busy in planning some crime or some mischievous things. He sways his head from side to side with movements like a snake. And when you think he is half asleep, he is always wide awake. That means if you think that he is half asleep, he is actually not sleeping. He is always wide awake because Macavity is always alert, so that nobody would get him, nobody would catch him, or nobody would find him. That's why he is always alert and always wide awake. He doesn't sleep at all. Macavity, Macavity, there is no one like Macavity, for he is a fiend in feline shape, a monster of depravity. You may meet him in a by street, you may see him in the square, but when a crime is discovered, then Macavity is not there. So again the poet is saying that there is no one like Macavity. Macavity is the unique cat, for he is because or for he is a fiend in feline shape. Fiend means he is actually a devil or a monster in a feline shape. Feline means related or associated to cat family. Cat, that is called feline. So actually Macavity is a fiend or a devil in the form of a cat, a monster of depravity. Okay, depravity means wickedness. Depravity means wickedness. Wickedness or some doing some evil things. So actually Macavity is a fiend or devil in cat shape, in feline shape or cat shape, and he is a monster of depravity or devilishness, wickedness. You may meet him in a by street, you may see him in the square. Okay, but when a crime is discovered, then Macavity is not there. You may see him in general here and there, like by street or in square, but if you find or if you hear that some crime has been discovered, then Macavity will not be seen, because Macavity is not there. He is out of reach. He is outwardly respectable. They say he cheats at cards, and his footprints are not found in any file of Scotland Yards. And when the larder's looted, or the jewel case is rifled, or when the milk is missing, or another pig's been stifled, or the greenhouse glass is broken, and the trellis past repair, there is the wonder of the thing, Macavity is not there. So here the poet again adds some notorious or mischievous activities of Macavity. He is outwardly respectable. That means Macavity is so clever and cunning that in outward perspective he is respectable. No one will have the idea that he is such a cunning or mischievous cat. He has such a criminal mastermind, because he is outwardly respectable, and his footprints are not found in any file of Scotland Yards. That's why Scotland Yard is a detective or police agency of England, and there is not a file or there is no record of his crime in their file. Okay, and his footprints are not here. Footprints means there is no record of his crime in the file of Scotland Yards, because he has never been caught by Scotland Yard. And when the larders looted, larders means cupboard type, where things are kept, they are called larders. So when the larders looted, when things are missing from the larder or cupboard, or the jewel case is rifled or theft or taken away, or when the milk is missing or another peck is been stifled. Pecky means here a type of dog, type of Chinese dog, and that has been stifled. Stifled means strangulated. Strangulated or stifled means choking someone to death. Choking someone's throat to death. That is called stifled or strangulated. So he stifled a pecky or a dog, or the greenhouse glass is broken, and we all know who is behind this, and the trails past repair. But there is one thing common, that Macavity is not there. Whatever may happen, but Macavity is not there. And when the Foreign Office find a treatise gone astray, or the Admiralty lose some plans and drawings by the way, there may be a scrap of paper in the hall or on the stair, but it's useless to investigate. Macavity is not there. And when the loss has been disclosed, the Secret Service say it must have been Macavity, but he is a mile away. So, if in a Foreign Office A treaty is gone astray. That means their treaty means some official confidential papers of some which containing some signature and conditions. Okay, that important official documents they are missing, or the admiralty lose some plans. Admiralty means in past time, in the past Britain, the naval force is called admiral. Okay, the naval related to navy, they are called admiral. Okay, so or the admiralty lose some plans, and if that naval force or admiralty lose some of their drawings or plans, all know who is behind all these things. If a treaty is gone from a foreign office, all the important documents, official documents, or the plans or drawings of admiralty, if they lose it, all are aware of the fact who is behind all this. There may be a scrap of paper in the hall or in the stair. You may find a scrap of paper in the hall or in the stair. But it's useless to invest in spite of knowing the fact that McAvity is behind all these things, but no one will find McAvity, so it's useless to investigate because no one will find McAvity in the crime spot. And when the loss has been disclosed, the Secret Service say it must have been McAvity, because everyone knows that McAvity is behind all this. So the Secret Service will say that it must have been McAvity. But he is a mile away. But he is not in the crime spot, he is a mile away. You will be sure to find him resting or licking off his thumbs or engaged in doing complicated long division sums. McAvity, McAvity, there is no one like McAvity. There never was a cat of such deceitfulness and suavity. He always has an alibi and one or two to spare. At whatever time the deed took place, McAvity wasn't there. So, McAvity was a mile away. No one would be able to catch him, and one will find him resting or licking his thumbs or engaged in doing complicated long division sums, as if he doesn't know about the mischievous activities that he had done, as if he is very innocent. He is not at all related to that crime. McAvity, McAvity, no one is like McAvity, and we can understand that by reading the poem. There never was a cat of such deceitfulness. Deceitfulness means one who can pretend. Okay, one who can pretend and cheat people. Suavity means very much clever and cunning. He always has an alibi. Alibi means excuse, and one or two to spare. At whatever time the deed took place, whenever whenever the time is of that criminal activity, or wherever the place is, McAvity will not be there at that time at that place. And they say that all the cats whose wicked deeds are widely known, I might mention Mungo Jerry, I might mention Griddlebone, are nothing more than agents for the cat who all the time just controls their operations, the Napoleon of crime. And there are some other cats. The poet T.S. Eliot is here mentioning about some other cats who are also recognized as wicked cats because of their wicked deeds or wrong deeds, mischievous acts. And the poet is mentioning their names: Mungo Jerry, Griddlebone. These are the names of such wicked cats. And the poet is saying that they are nothing more than the agents for the cat who all the time just controls their operation. Now, who is their leader? They are also Mungo Jerry, Griddlebone. They are also the wicked cats. They are also engaged or involved in the criminal activities, but they are nothing. They are only the agents for the cat, for the leader, for their leader. They are the agents of their leader. Now, who is their leader? Their leader is none other than McAvity, who just controls their operations, the Napoleon of crime, the leader, the mastermind of crime. So here we end the poem. Here is the end. I hope you have understood the poem, you have enjoyed the poem. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Till then, bye and thank you for today.